Okay, I'm really excited to introduce this machine to you, and there is a machine underneath this very cool. It's called a coffin cover, or it's also called by some people a bentwood cover, and hopefully the camera has just captured how magnificent this is. It actually serves as a carrying case for this machine. Right now we've got it plugged in, so I don't know if the camera is down near the edge here or not. You can see that it's offset simply because we have cords coming off the back of it. But I wanted to at least open this video just to show you how magnificent this cover is. The fact that you can lock it with a key and you can use it to actually carry it to sewing classes or quilting classes. And I'm telling you one thing, people will be following you like a little puppy dog, because this cover in and of itself is a head turner. Wait until you see this machine. I'm going to lift this up very carefully to reveal this magnificent Singer 128-3. Also, I'm going to see if I can, and this is a bit awkward, right inside of here, and I don't know if the camera is going to be able to capture it or not, is actually a vintage Singer oil can that snaps right inside of this cover so that you can carry that with the machine. But check this machine out. We've presented a number of spectacular machines, both recently and over the time that we've been selling on eBay. But on any of the machines, from a standpoint of wow, this is probably one of the most wow factor machines that we've had a chance to present so far. Again, this particular machine is a Singer 128-3, the only one of its kind that we've come across in the hundreds of machines that we've serviced and processed over a number of years. So I think it's extremely rare. It's also just a spectacular piece of German engineering. Yes, it is German engineering. This machine was made in Germany back in 1924, which makes it almost 90 years old. It's almost a century old, just about a decade short. Let's go ahead and start on the bottom right-hand side of this very cool machine. You can see right here is the plate for the serial number, which if you look it up yourself, it's G0909646, which is going to show you that it was made on June 17th, 1924. And you can see right away, for a machine that is about 90 years old, it is as pristine as I've seen a machine for this vintage. If we start right up in this area right here, right above this crest, I'm going to point out a couple of things, and it's a very simple machine. This right here is actually a very unique way of adjusting stitch length. The stitch length variation on this machine is approximately 8 stitches per inch all the way down to 25 stitches per inch. This really cool area right up here is the area for winding a bobbin. And I will show you real quick before I show this beautiful applique we did on this. This is a shuttle, which it's a vibrating shuttle which actually preceded a conventional bobbin. It's actually said to produce a finer stitch, and actually, as you can see from this this long bobbin, this barbell bobbin, it actually holds more thread than a conventional bobbin. So projects are something that you can actually go longer with and can generate a lot more work because of the thread content that this holds. The way it's managed is if you hold this shuttle like this and the bobbin like this, I'm going to go and grab this thread as best as I'm able. You're going to simply drop this inside of the shuttle, like so. You're going to come down this track right here. There's a track on this shuttle. You're going to pull it all the way down to the bobbin, and you're going to be holding this at the same time. And then you simply draw it straight up. And I don't know if you're able to see it through the camera or not. I'll kind of angle a little bit. When we pulled it down and then pulled it back up, that thread now is center on the shuttle. What you do at that point is you simply drop it into the machine, and then you would simply rotate that balance wheel as you normally would to pick up that thread and then to begin sewing. I wanted to show this just because I think it's so unique and so historical as far as how Singer's machines began with the vibrating shuttles. And also I love the fact that the long bobbin actually holds more thread, and many people would argue produces a finer stitch, a higher quality stitch than conventional bobbins. So I'm going to set this to the side. I'm also going to show you something else real quick. I made it a point in the last video of saying I very seldom show foot controls, but I think this is just such a cool foot control for this particular machine. Again, a machine that's about 90 years old, so you're looking at an original foot control. I'm going to rotate it around a little bit so you can see it from this angle as well. It is so much fun to use and gives you so much control over the power output of this 0.6 amp motor. I just think it's a real cool piece, a vintage piece that adds even more character to this incredible 128-3. Alright, follow me up this side right here. Let me stop here for a second and just show you that this is actually where you would place, this is just another long bobbin that I have for this machine. This is where you would place that long bobbin to wind it. You'd place it basically right between here and here. There we go. And then what happens, and I'm not going to actually demonstrate it, but what happens is as that thread comes off the top through here, it's going to actually move this back and forth. As a matter of fact, I think I will demonstrate that. Give me just a second here. You'll actually see that this will move back and forth, the equivalent of what a tension thread guide would do on a conventional machine, to make that thread evenly distributed across that long bar bobbin. And I'm also going to rotate this up to the hand wheel. Now watch how that moves. I just think it's really cool. So as you're winding a bobbin, it's going to distribute that thread across that long bobbin evenly so that then you can put it into the shuttle as I showed you. And the instruction manual will also cover all of this as well. Okay? Alright, let me disengage that. The other thing I want to show you, and you'll see it more in the pictures, I'll simply demonstrate it by going around the top of the balance wheel like this. This has an incredible vintage spoked wheel on it as well, which again is another feature that gives you a lot of control as you're sewing, but it also is a huge head turner as well as far as this, the overall look and the beauty of this machine. Coming across the top, you can see here that we've got our spool pin for the thread. You're going to come across the machine right here through this single thread guide, down through the tension control area, up to the arm, and as I rotate the machine a little bit, let me show you something pretty neat. Look at that faceplate. Hopefully the camera is able to get a shot of that. We're going to come across the faceplate with the thread and then come all the way down to the presser foot area. And there is a huge, as you can see from my finger underneath there, a huge amount of clearance underneath that presser foot. That just gives you a lot of versatility when it comes to sewing through multiple layers of quilt batting or whatever you're looking to sew. We're going to be demonstrating heavy duty sewing as well with this machine because it's unbelievably powerful. Let me rotate this back again. And I wanted to show you something else, two other things real quick in this introductory video. You can look, and hopefully the camera is being very patient with me as I demonstrate these things. From here to here, the entire span of this bed is 12 inches. Do any of you out there know that are featherweight fans know what the span of a featherweight is with that bed down? It's 15 inches. So to demonstrate real quick, if I take out this measurement, the distance from the end of this bed all the way out to the outer part of where you see my thumb is how far a featherweight would extend with that bed down. So this 128-3, as far as sewing surface, is actually 3 inches shorter than the Singer featherweight. What does that mean? It means that the portability of this machine, the ability to use it in compact spaces, the ability to maneuver it around and to work with it is actually more compact than the Singer featherweight machine. And I'm kind of doing this a little bit backwards, but if the camera will quickly pan over this way, I also wanted to show you as well that there is a neat little cubby space that's built underneath this all-metal door that also conceals all of the vintage Singer parts and attachments that you'll see in the photographs. So it's something that you can actually have with the machine at all times in that original Singer case, and at the same time be able to store it and take it with you to quilting classes or sewing classes. Okay, let me get real quick, and I know this is a long introduction. Let me get back to what we sewed with this 128-3, this gorgeous applique. This applique shows you a number of things. It shows you the stitch quality. It shows you the turnability of this incredible machine. Look at those turns, how tight they are, and the concentric type lines that you're able to generate with this single straight stitch machine. Also, I don't know if it shows up real well in the video, but you can see also we gave this kind of a fun three-dimensional look as well with these different faces that are built into the applique. And the final result is just a beautiful representation of the creative output of what this 128-3 will do and what you're capable of generating with an incredible quality machine like this as well. As with all of our machines, we always like to include an instruction manual. This is obviously a reprint that we've had professionally bound. It's going to cover every aspect of this Singer 128-3. This machine, in my opinion, is unbelievably easy to use. But if there are any questions that come up, it will guide you very quickly to that answer that you're looking for so that you don't have any delays in your projects. It's also going to help you maintain this machine. Now, when you get this 128-3, don't even concern yourself with that. We've gone through the inside and the outside of this machine with a fine-tooth comb. It is ready to go to work. And but as that routine maintenance comes up, the different oiling points and such that we've already taken care of, this instruction manual will guide you through the very simple steps of maintaining this 128-3 at the optimal sewing level that you'll receive it in. This is an unbelievable head turner, but you know what? It also has a heavy duty side to it that I am so excited to show you in the other videos. So make sure you check them out.